In February, I mean, I heard of this, a Tinder swindler, but nobody watched that, did they?
Nope.
No. The other big one that came out was Moonfall, which was
I did not bother.
I did watch it.
This is depressing, isn't it? I thought we'd have fun, but I just this dog shit keeps coming up, and I'm like, remember that, like 1987, all the movies that came out in like 1987.
I mean, with it was one of those movies that was just so terrible. I actually kind of enjoyed it because it was so bad. It was about basically the Earth. Yeah, the moon basically was going to crash into Earth, but it turned out that living inside the moon was like a superstructure and all this kind of stuff. And it had Sam from, I know it sounds really horrible because I can never remember his name, but Sam from Game of Thrones. Yeah. And I mean, it was bloody awful, but at the same time, I kind of like, I only watched it the once. I wouldn't watch it again, but I was kind of like, this is so terrible. I'm actually kind of enjoying it.
Roland Emmerich moment. Move on.
Yeah. Jackass Forever.
I just want to know why they keep giving him money. It's just unbelievable to me.
I
like Jackass Forever. Yes, I liked it.
It was all right. I don't like it as much as the older guy. You know, when the guys were all still young enough.
It's a little bit more wincing when they're that old.
Yeah,
you know, it's like last time he gets thrown off a horse. No, wait. He gets up.
Johnny Knoxville's going to try and stand up. Watch, look.
It's like in this one, they're actually bringing the ambulance. He's completely in a coma. Oh no!
What did he do?
Should I be laughing at this? I don't know.
Steve-O has to take his insulin shot before his food challenge.
at least at one point they have to say in memoriam of one of the guys that died.
Yeah. Well, that was Bamajero, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No. Well, he might as well be dead. But no, there's that. Ryan Dunn died in a car wreck, and Bam they wouldn't let Bam on because he couldn't control his cocaine habit.
It's just getting uncomfortable now. I'm laughing, but I'm like,
I found that they had like some new people on there, and one of them was basically this fat guy, and it made me laugh because it was basically this fat guy is like, oh, what else could we do to him? Oh, we could shoot him out of a cannon. Yeah, sure, you know, and obviously just.
It's so fun to watch fat people be humiliated and hurt, isn't it? The only thing better than watching a fat guy get hurt is watching a woman get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they have that in there. They did bring in a woman cast member.
They did, yeah.
And I was watching that going,
What really made me laugh about that is the fact when they got this scorpion and they're stinging her lips.
Oh,
and at one point, one of the guys goes, "Oh, it's on your boob. Can I have permission to touch it so I can get it off?" And it's like, wow, that's how politically correct is that?
Yeah.
So let me
make sure you get consent to remove the live scorpion from her titty. Okay.
So how much money would it take? How much money would I have to pay each of you? What would be your bottom line to get me to let you be stung on the lips by a scorpion? Phil, you go first. How much? What's the lowest amount you'd take? For real. Be real now. Don't say like
okay,
$15.
No, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Say
50 grand?
No. Oh, bloody hell. See, I was thinking about $5,000.
Really?
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
How long does the sting last for?
Oh, it's pretty freaking painful. I mean, you'd be hurting for 8-9 hours probably. And you could take some sort of medication, like if you had access to a morphine syringe, I would let you do that.
Like your EpiPen, you girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. 20 grand?
20 grand. What about you, Yoda?
$1 million.
Really? You
if I'm going to debase myself, it better be generation changing. I can retire fucking wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be able to pay off my house and stuff. I'm not going to debase myself for that kind of shit for pennies.
Yeah. Oh, I'd probably do it. I'd probably do it for about 10 grand.
I think if you can
I'm just a higher class of whore than you guys. That's really what I'm figuring out here.
It's not Winston Churchill, and he said to this woman, would you have sex for £1 million?
Yeah.
She said, "Oh yeah." Or would you have sex for £50? No, I'm not a prostitute. Well, apparently you are. We're just negotiating the price.
We're just haggling.
This Vietnam veteran friend I know told the story about how before they got to Vietnam, they had to stop over in Taipei or something like that, and there was a local prostitute that would would fuck for $1. And all the guys went to it, and one of them come back. He's like, I gave her $50, and he says, "What, the $50? She was only $1. Why'd you give her $50 for?" He said, "I didn't want anybody to think I'd fuck a cheap prostitute."
I hope he at least got a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Blacklight came out. That was a Liam Neeson film, which even I didn't bother watching because Liam Neeson's churning that garbage at the moment. Death on the Nile came out.
Didn't watch it.
I was so disappointed by Orient Express. I didn't even give it a shot. I've heard it's might not be too bad, but I don't know.
It was bloody awful.
Was it? All right.
I'm just trying to see what else came out here.
Makes it easy.
One, I know I'm going to get grief for this, but Dog came out with Channing Tatum, which was all right.
I heard it was not bad.
It was all right. And then, then Uncharted came out, which was...
Didn't see it.
I don't understand how these computer games have such brilliant writing in them sometimes, and they make really good stories in the computer game. And then when it comes to the film, they'll just sort of go...
Because Hollywood screenwriters think they're better than... They think they're above that. Like, video game screenwriters are, you're below me. I can do better than what you did. And so they end up making dog shit.
I've got a great story about this. I went to a comic convention a couple years ago. I met Jim Shooter, who all of you might remember as
I know Jim Shooter, yeah.
Okay, so I was talking to him, and he had this big photograph thing that he would let you look at of his career, and the topic of G.I. Joe and Transformers come up, and he was like, "Yeah, we were basically, Larry Hama, they come to us, and I helped develop it. Larry Hama did the background cards on the G.I. Joes and all this kind of stuff, and he was talking about the comic, and I said, Jim, I always wondered why was the show of the Transformers and G.I. Joe, why did the comic book have such a different, canon? Well, and I said,
why was it better?
And he said because we wrote a bunch of stories, and the TV exec said, we're not letting a bunch of comic book writers write that. You guys aren't real writers.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Rough.
Wow. And the thing is, I had those original Transformer comic books back then. They weren't bad. I mean, they weren't, it was 1980s, but they were a hell of a lot better than the dog shit show.
The Transformers show, after
it was the same.
movie,
it was the same as the G.I. Joe show. And
well,
all the characters have two traits. They are a good guy or a bad guy, and they are whatever vehicle they transform into. So,
but you got to, after the movie though, you got to admit there was some big story arcs and some complex.
There was a few. They did some things, but I mean, the only characters that had more than two traits were Optimus Prime, Megatron, because they had the third trait of being the leader. Yeah. And that was it. That was the show. And it was just rinse and repeat every week.
You better be careful if you're about to badmouth Optimus Prime right now. I can't be responsible.
I have an Optimus Prime, buddy.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
An original.
Yeah.
In the box.
Okay. Let's move on. So the other one that came out.
Hold on. Phil, you've missed one out. You missed Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm getting there. there.
Oh, I've got that as Feb on mine.
Yeah, we're still... Yeah, no, I'm getting there. So, but we also had The Kingsman, which was the follow-up to The King... it's the prequel.
Dog shit.
Crap.
I don't remember it being particularly very good.
Dog shit is the term you're looking for. I'm sorry, dog shot.
But then, yes...
I thought it was great.
You would.
Did you?
I didn't see it, but I mean, I thought it was great.
What I read on Rotten Tomatoes, the most
trusted of opinions.
Yeah, but yeah, there was also the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I loved
which
it.
Was
loved it. Loved that Texas Chainsaw.
I can't remember if I've seen it or not.
I saw it. It's the one where I did like him.
He calls the people up on the bus, right?
Yeah, that was the best part where they're like, "Oh, we're going to cancel you," and he just starts carving them up.
No.
The rest of it is
he's the hero. He's the hero of the piece. People misunderstand it.
Yeah,
he's the hero.
It's okay.
Fair enough. The other one that came out, which was very good, which I did see, was Ted K.
Yes, loved it. 5 out of 5.
That was
irate.
very good. What was weird was is at the ending you are going, the guy's making a point. Why are we after him?
Yeah, well,
It was not. It was not a hit piece. Much to my surprise, it was great.
No.
5 out of 5. Highest recommendation. Ted Kaczynski being a personal hero of mine, anyway. I don't know why you laughed at that. I don't know why you laughed at that. That's completely true.
No, I was going to say the only thing that's stopping Sean is he doesn't know how to get stuff to make explosives.
That's not true. Exactly,
allegedly.
Look at his search history. Then in February as well came out Free Guy by Sean.
Yoda.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yoda liked that one, didn't you?
I did. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
It wasn't anything deep or anything, but it did what it was supposed to do. It had good character arcs, and
Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, and it was quite good. It was quite entertaining. It was again, it was a nice sort of like fairly original IP of an NPC in a computer game living his life.
Anything original like that nowadays deserves at least a try. You know what I mean?
A nod. Yeah.
It needed about 40% less Taika Waititi, and I think it would have been really great.
The world needs about 100% less Taika Waititi.
The Studio 666, which I thought was quite good fun. That's where the Foo Fighters. No, I thought it was stupid, but I quite liked it.
No, I meant stupid in the bad way.
Oh right, no. See, I like to say I quite enjoyed it. It was all right.
That tracks.
Matt, the Godfather was released as the 50th anniversary. You went to see that in the cinema, didn't you?
I did, mate. I went to see 1 and 2. It was glorious and magnificent and
masterclass films.
They were masterclass films. Yeah, they were absolutely. And you know what? The cinema was packed and it was silent as well. There's no rustling of sweets or people crunching down on nachos. And,
no black people. What you're saying,
dude, I got level 57 on Candy Crush. Yay!
So you're saying there was no black people in the audience?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Looking at some of the TV that came out.
Now I gotta tell you, before you get all racist on this. After being in theater yesterday, I can tell you that white people are just as annoying and insufferable in the theater as anybody else.
It's just nobody.
Put your damn phones down, kids.
I would probably be on my phone too in the middle of Avatar 2 if I was foolish enough to go see it.
Fair.
Just looking through some of the TV stuff, Pam and Tommy came out in February as well, which
I
haven't seen.
I haven't
it's on
seen
my
it
list.
Either.
It's good.
I've seen the other video of Pam and Tommy.
That came out years ago. That's not February.
I would rate it 5 out of 5 for Pam, but Tommy makes me feel so bad that I have to rate it a 1 out of 5.
Yeah, it's the most confusing fap I ever had.
It's weird.
The other thing that came,
it was a good show, really good show. Check it out.
Lily James is amazing, and even though they're fake, I still want to see it. Just for that. The other thing that came out in February was Reacher.
100%, 5 out of 5, highest recommend, masterclass, goddamn best thing Amazon's produced since The Boys. Maybe even superior to The Boys, really.
Because I'll tell you what, I'm getting a little tired of The Boys and all this nihilistic superhero stuff. It's getting on my nerves. But Reacher, 100% agree with you, sir. Absolutely fantastic.
Another thing that came out in February, which nobody watched, was Bel Air, which was the gritty, realistic version of the Pizza Bar.
I forgot all about that.
Fresh Prince. The Fresh Prince is a gritty reboot of Fresh Prince.
Somebody made a trailer.
I got a pitch. Bel Air, Will Smith, but this time he's cucked by his wife. He goes on a rampage of
slapping other black people.
Just like imagine falling down, but a black dude that's angry because he's been cucked by his wife. So you guys see where I'm going with this? What do you think? You think this?
I think so.
I just see it like they do the show, right? They get to the end and they have whatever it is, and Will is going to go off and do his thing, and it's a nice ending, and then it cuts like 25 years later, and it's just the Oscar thing. It's keep your damn hand off my
and then he gets canceled on Twitter, and he's looking at it. And he's looking at it, and he's like, "I'm the bad guy. How did this happen? I did everything.
But they gave me an Oscar.
I did everything Weinstein told me to do."
No, they show that, and then they just cut back to Uncle Phil and his aunt back in Bel Air, going, "Jesus, we really fucked up."
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take the boy out of the ghetto.
The other one that came out in February was Severance, which was actually
Amazing.
pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty decent series. That's the one where they go down to the elevator and they have their mind.
I've been wanting to
erased.
see that.
It's really good. It ended really well, and I know they're working on the second season, and I'm quite looking forward to it because it was good.
That was on Apple TV.
Yeah,
I think.
And
That's why nobody saw it.
Yes, Apple TV. Yeah.
No, check it out. It's very good, very clever.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah, really.
It's
It's
really smart.
from the way you're talking about, I assume it's sci-fi then, right?
Well, it kind of
it is, but
not like
basically people like us would just you sign up to this new job.
High
You go
concept.
and you put your personal belongings behind, and then you go in this elevator to the top floor, and then this personality is sort of switched off, and a new personality which is just focused on work takes over.
So you go up there, and then the Dominion voting machine turns you into a Democrat, is what you're saying.
Practically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's really good. You should definitely worth checking out.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.